Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slaying Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In today's video, we are going to be talking about law number 16 of the 48 laws of power. And this one is use absence to increase respect and honor. I'm going to read the judgment. It says, too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity. Now, this law is like, it couldn't be further away from the truth, right? And the example that they give in this law in the book is regarding to like relationship between a man and a woman. They gave another example too, but I'm gonna just speak more so for men with women, right? When you're dealing with women. For example, I tell y'all this all the time. I said this to y'all in another video. Don't believe a woman when she says she wants you to smother her, that she wants you to be obsessed with her, that she wants you to be all on top of her. It is not true. Now, there might be some exceptions to this rule. There's always exceptions to things. But the average women that say that, they don't really mean that. You know, the moment you start to do those things, the moment they get too much access to you, the moment they realize you all up under them, you on top of them, they can't shake you off, they can't get away from you, they start to disrespect you. They lose respect for you. That's why it says, use absence to increase respect and honor. So the more you become available, the more you always around, the more you always accessible, they don't have no time to miss you. They don't have no time to appreciate you or what you do for them. They don't have no time to really like honor whatever you have going on, because they're always seeing you. You always around. You're always there. Their mind, you got to remember, women are women. I mean, women are people of imagination, right? So the moment she can't even have time to imagine, to miss you, to kind of like wonder, right? It becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. So you got to really understand how the mind of a woman works in order to be able to deal with them. So in here it says you must learn when to leave. A lot of men do not know when to leave, right? A lot of men do not know when to pull away, when to let her miss you, when to tell a woman no. This is why they say women don't like nice men. It's not that they don't like nice men. It's a lot of times nice men don't know when to pull away. They don't know when to stop being nice. They don't have a well balance. A woman wants a well balanced situation. She wants you at one moment, she wants you to be there, right? Always be around, and then disappear. Create unpredictability. That's just how their brains work. And a lot of men don't seem to understand this. They because they literally listen to what they say. It's not about what they say, man. Because a lot of times they be confused themselves. So you have to really know from just. But the problem is a lot of dudes don't even have access to women like that. So I get it. I get why a lot of y'all don't understand. I'm not trying to throw no shade. So I get it. But yeah, this is the problem a lot. A lot of times those dudes that don't have no backbone, those dudes that do whatever they say, they don't respect them. They don't honor them, which is why they treat them however they treat them, because they know, listen, I know women who have cheated on men, who have used them for money, who have violated them, who have told them I don't want nothing to do with you, who have just done all type of stuff to them. You know what these men are still doing? They still in their message box. They still in their DMs begging them. They still like, and it's working for these women, right? Because these women are shitting on them and are removing themselves from the situation, and it's making these men miss these women more. It's making them want these women more. As a man, I'm telling you right now, a woman is disgusted by that type of behavior, because she instinctively wants a man to lead her. You hear these women say it all the time, even though some of them are not ready to be led. But for the most part, they want to be led. They want, even though they might be bad followers, some of them, right? They still want to be led. They want a man. They don't want a man dragging and lolling his tongue right after them. They want a man to be like, all right, cool, that's what you're doing. All right, forget you then. They're going to respect that more. They're going to respect that you respect yourself, and they're going to honor that. So based on that, it's almost like a long distance relationship, right? In a long distance relationship, you tend to appreciate, every time y'all see each other, y'all appreciate it more. Why? Because y'all don't get to see each other like that. Y'all don't get to be around each other. Y'all don't get to, so you're going to cherish the moment even more. Now, in the beginning, right? That's why it says you must learn when to leave. Because in the beginning, yes, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to make this person or the people, if you're a part of a group, you're supposed to make them kind of like what you say, like what you do, get acquaintance with your smell. I'm gonna just keep it on the woman. You gotta let them get used to your smell, the way you hold them, the way you just do certain things, right? Help them around the house or whatever you're doing. You're supposed to let them get used to that. So what you do is, in the beginning, yes, of course, people gonna love that, right? They love, the honeymoon phase and all of that. They love being around you. Oh my God, I think he's the one. They love that. They love being smothered in the beginning, right? But at some point, you gotta pull back. You gotta, and a lot of men do not know how to do that. If anything, they be falling in love way before the women, which is another mistake. So what happens is they don't know when to leave, and because they don't know when to leave, the women get annoyed with them, and then they just be trying to, because you're smothering them now. So don't believe when they say that. And again, in the beginning, you got to do this because you got to let them get acquainted with you. And then when you start to pull back, now they have something to miss. Now they're missing the way you smell. Now they're missing the way you held them. Now they missing your presence because you already showed them how that feels. You already showed them what it's like. So this is the whole point. So at this point, once they already know that, once you already what's the word I'm looking for? Once you're already, I don't want to say love bombed, but once you already love bombed them, then now you can kind of pull back a little bit. And this is how they start to miss you. This is how their imagination starts to work. Now, every time they see a show that y'all might have watched together, they miss you. They start thinking about what you're doing. They start wanting to hang out with you. And then even in this moment, you got to tell them, I'm kind of busy. I'm doing certain things. And then the next time you link with them, they are going to appreciate and cherish that moment even more. I'm telling you, a man who is always available, for not just for a woman, but for other men, a man who is always available, I guarantee you, people start to lose value. And you start to lose value. And people start to lose respect for you slowly because you're always there. Even though it shouldn't be like that, but it's like that. People appreciate you more when you are hard to get in the building, right? It's almost like speakers, like guest speakers, right? The ones that make the most money is the ones that is the hardest basically to even book, right? So it's a similarity when it comes to that. Another thing that I would tell you that women do is this. They will, sometimes women, when they start to get bored because they love drama and dysfunction to a certain extent. I don't want to call it drama and dysfunction, but it is. But they will call it excitement or excitement, right? So what they usually do also, they will create a situation. They will create a problem. And some of y'all probably went through this yourself. They will literally, everything will be good, perfect, beautiful. And because, again, like I said, they start to get bored, right? They like excitement. They like spontaneous stuff. They will start an argument. Come on, some of y'all experience this. They will start a problem out of nowhere. I've been through this. I spoke about it in my own situations, right? I had a woman tell me one time, everything was going perfect. We was courting, we was getting to know each other, we was chilling, we was vibing. And she started an argument over a Twinkie. It was crazy. She started an argument. I ain't gonna get into the details. She started an argument over a Twinkie. And you know what she said to me? After we talked about it, whatever. She was like, this shit was too good to be true. So a lot of times these sisters be having this preconceived notion and they expecting dysfunction. And when they don't get that, they crave it, right? They crave that dysfunction. And a lot of times, you know why they do that? You know why they will come out of nowhere and start a problem? You know why they will come out of nowhere and just start an argument with you and start a little beef so y'all don't talk for a few days or you get mad at them. You know why? Because a lot of these situations usually follow up a sexual encounter, right? They call it makeup sex. It usually follows a very spontaneous, passionate sexual encounter. And a lot of times, and then some relationships, people get into the cycle. These women get into the cycle of starting shit so y'all can have makeup sex because the passion of makeup sex is very heightened, you know, because it's like you missed her, right? A lot of times you got into an argument, she put you in the doghouse, she's not letting you get the kitty, right? Y'all not seeing each other. So by the time y'all reconcile and y'all make peace, y'all been missing each other. You haven't been getting none, if you're not cheating, of course, right? You haven't been getting none. She hasn't been getting none. You know, so now y'all sexually frustrated, and now y'all having that makeup sex, and then boom. So that's also one of the main reasons they like the so-called excitement and unpredictability, and they know that a lot of times these situations are gonna follow up with a sexual encounter. But that's it on the video. Now on the reversal of the law is if you don't spend enough time in the beginning with them and you start to withdraw and say no and do some of these things, then you might automatically lose the woman. So so it could be bad if you don't put enough time in the beginning, in the love bombing, in the smothering them, and the doing all of these things, and then pull off. It's not gonna work, and you're gonna be forgotten about if you do it too early. So that's the reversal of this law. You gotta put enough time, and you gotta know when to leave. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. If you like my content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It don't hurt. That's just how other people get to see it, and it circulates through YouTube. And make sure, if you really appreciate it, then make sure you share it with somebody that might benefit from my content. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.